Hey guys, it's the Diva, and today I'm going to be demonstrating this Revlon waver. Of course, I've already filmed the tutorial, so here are the results. I don't know how long this would take in real time, because of course in the video I explain each step, so it does take me longer. But I think you could probably do this style in about 20 minutes or less. So if you're interested in watching and seeing how I get this hairstyle, please stay tuned. So firstly, my iron right now, it goes from level 1 to all the way up to 30. It's on 10 right now, which is pretty hot. One thing I like about this tool is that it does get really hot, and I think the barrel is ceramic or some kind. And it really lets the hair slide off really easily and not get burnt or stick. I'm going to be using a rat tail comb for this, and I'm just gonna, my hair is dry now, I'm just going to section off a top layer right here. About 2 inches or so thick, and I'm going to twist it up and clip it off to the side. I'm going to do the same thing for a small section at the top in the back. Same thing, I'm going to twist it and wrap it with this clip up here. And the same thing on the sides. Using my comb to part, just grabbing a section and clipping that up at the top as well. So at this point you should have a section from the top layer here, a section from the top layer on this side, and one from the back. So our next step is going to be to wet the hair so it gets a really deep wave pattern. This is a full lace wig. It is a deep wave and it is 22 inches long. So here I have a spray bottle. I know it's pretty big, but it's the only one I had that was empty. It has warm water in it. Warm water works best. So I'm just going to mist the hair and watch it curl up. Okay, so now that I'm done waving up the hair with water, I'm going to put in some styling mousse. So the styling mousse that I'm going to be using is by Garnier Fructis. It's called Wonder Waves Wave Defining Mousse. Smooth definition, frizz control, strong. Here's what it looks like. So with your hair wet, you're going to shake this up. Now hold it upside down and spray a decent size amount, and you're going to run it through your hair. And make sure you get all of the foam, make sure it's all dissolved through the hair. Like you see this piece, make sure you rub that in. And you're going to scrunch it a little bit. And it will dry pretty soon, so this side is kind of dry already, so I'm going to wet it with some more water. Then I'm going to get some more mousse. Rub it through my hands and rub it through the hair. And I like this Garnier Fructis wave mousse because it doesn't leave your hair crispy. It makes it look like it's still kind of wet in a way, and it adds some shine. So I like the way it works so far. And I've used this about 3 or 4 times already. So I'm scrunching. And you can use a diffuser to dry this, but I suggest that you just let it air dry. It looks better that way. So now we have our waves at the bottom layers. Okay, so here's the fun part. The next step is to use our waver. So I'm going to grab the sections from the top, which are dry, by the way. And I'm going to clip them off separately. I'm going to start on this section here. So, getting this part and clipping it off to the side. So, first thing we're going to do is add, of course, heat protectant. And I'm going to be using 2 heat protectants today. The first one I'm going to put on is the generic version of the BioSilk Silk Therapy Treatment, and you can find this at Sally's Beauty Supply. And you don't need a lot of this, just a drop or so. And I'm going to mainly focus this on the ends of the hair, where of course the hair usually gets the driest. And if I have any left, I just work my way up to the top. And then take my comb and comb through. Then the next heat protectant that I will be using is Got to Be Guardian Angel 425 degrees Fahrenheit heat protectant, gloss finish, flat iron balm. Long name. I got this from Walmart. Now the heat protectant that I used to use was by Tresemme, and it was, I don't have the bottle anymore, but oh wait a minute, yeah I do. It was this stuff. I still have a little bit left. It's the Tresemme Heat Tamer Heat Spray, and it looks like this. I don't know if this really works or not. I like the bottle design, definitely, but it can get kind of hard to manage when you're spraying some parts of your hair. But I find that this works a lot better. It gives your hair more of a slip, and I feel like it protects more. So, what I'm going to do is grab this piece, top layer, and spray it. Make sure you spray the ends and the rest of the hair. And then you're going to comb through it again. And then you're going to start waving. And I'm just going to take a brush and brush through it. And it should be semi-dry because this stuff dries pretty fast. So now I'm going to take my waver and start waving. So I have it open right now. You hold it this way and it closes like this. I'm going to put it in between the hair, or I'm going to put the hair in between the barrel. Slide it all the way up and hold it. For about 10 to 20 seconds depending on your hair. So once you've held it long enough, you're going to take it off. It's going to look like this. And then where the last bump stops, that's where you're going to place the barrel. And you're going to crimp, or I'm sorry, you're going to wave this part. And like I said in my favorites video, this is kind of heavy, so I switch hands a lot. And what I like to do is kind of pinch the hair and make sure that it's not tangled. That's very important. And just kind of pinch it in place so it's all in one piece. Now I'm going to move on to the next section. And as you can see, I'm getting these really big, really pretty waves. And I also notice about this tool that it also adds shine, which is really nice. But the heat protectant also adds shine too, so it gives you really shiny. The way the light bounces off of the waves is just really pretty. And we're going to move down. And the further you get down, the less time you're going to hold the heat onto the hair. Because of course you don't want to hold heat onto the ends of your hair for too long. And then once you get to the very end, I'm just going to crimp it, wave it one more time to finish. So you get something that looks like this. So what I'm going to do now is blend the top part into what I had waved on the bottom layers. So what I'm going to do is take my hands kind of like this, like a claw, and just kind of put my hands within the wave and blend it in with the rest of the hair. And once this hair on the bottom dries, it'll blend in a whole lot better. So I'm going to cut this video and do the back section. Okay, so I finished the back section and here's what it looks like. Of course it was a whole lot harder to do because I can't really see well that back there. But you do it the same as you did this part. So you just kind of separate the waves and kind of blend them in. And once you have that, you're going to start on the front piece. And this section is actually a little bit wider, maybe 2.5 inches. Whereas this part was probably about 2 inches. The back was 1 to 2 inches, and this one's about 2.5. Only because this is where my hair is falling. Okay? So we're going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to spray heat protectant and put on some BioSilk. Okay, so once you've added your heat protectant and you sprayed and you've detangled the section, I'm just going to brush this piece up as far as it can go. So I'm brushing it upwards. Actually going to use my wide tooth comb. So as you can see, I'm brushing it all the way up. So the base of the hairs are pointing straight up. So the next part, I'm going to get my waver, and instead of using it this way, I'm going to turn it around and use it this way, with the barrels facing down towards my head. And I'm doing this because it gives you more of a bump wave at the top of the head. And I like it, and I like to do it on this side where my hair is falling because it just gives it more body. So on this one I'm going to leave on a little bit longer because it is more hair. And I'm making sure I detangle the rest of the hair as well. So once you've left it on and you feel like it's long enough, you're gonna take it off, and you should have something like this. Now you're gonna flip it back over and start where you would have put it before. And then I'm gonna continue to go down on the rest of the hairs. Alright, so here is the ending, the final result. I'm going to do the same thing in cloth and just blend in with the rest of the bottom layers. And right now the bottom layers have pretty much completely dried. I'd say they're about 90% dry. And I just love this hairstyle. It's quick. It looks like he spent a lot of time on it. And it just gives you, I love this waver. It gives you awesome results. And of course you don't have to do this hairstyle the way I did it. You can crimp, I'm sorry, you can wave, I keep on saying crimp. You can wave your hair all the way through, every layer. But I just find it's faster, of course, this way, just to do the top layers. So here are the results. And it's shiny, it's bouncy, it has a lot of volume, especially right here at the top, that I like. And I think it's a really cute summer hairstyle, or whenever. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial or demonstration, and hopefully I explained everything clear enough. I haven't done a hair tutorial like this in a very long time. So if you have any questions, I'll answer them in the comment area below, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.